Welcome to Quick Pick. Top 10 Best New Gaming Computer Desktop 2025. Top 1. Panorama XL Gaming PC Desktop, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5080, Intel 24-core i9-1490 OKF processor, 96GB DDR5 RAM, 4TB Gen 4, NVMe SSD, Wi-Fi 6E, HDMI, Windows 11 Pro, Best 2025 Pre-Built Tower RGB Gamer Computer. CPU Intel Core i9-1490 OKF processor, 24 cores, 32 threads, 2.4 GHz base clock speed up to 6.0 GHz max boost clock speed, for elite gaming and content creation storage 4TB PCIe NVMe Gen 4 M2 SSD, experience hyper-fast boot-up and data transfer, that's up to 30x faster performance than a traditional hard drive. GPU NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5080, 16GB GDDR7 dedicated memory, get all the power you need for fast, smooth, power-efficient, performance RAM 96GB DDR5 RAM gaming memory for seamless multitasking from multiple web pages to playing games online, simultaneously OS Windows 11 Pro x64. Fans 10A RGB PWM fans for powerful airflow and dynamic speed control PC case Panorama XL with front and side full panel tempered glass for panoramic view. No bloatware. Graphic output options include 1x HDMI and 1x DisplayPort guaranteed. Additional ports may vary. Free rainbow backlit USB keyboard and LED USB mouse. Top 2. iBuyPower Y40 Pro Black Gaming PC Desktop Computer AMD Ryzen 9 7900X CPU, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5070 16GB GPU, 32GB DDR5 RGB 5200 MHz RAM, 2TB NVMe SSD, Windows 11 Home, keyboard, mouse, Y40BA9N57T01. AMD Ryzen 9 7900X, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5070 16GB, 32GB DDR5 RGB 5200 MHz 16x2 2TB NVMe SSD, Wi-Fi ready, Windows 11 Home, connectivity, 6x USB 3.11x RJ45 network Ethernet 10/100/1000 audio, onboard audio, special add-ons, tempered glass RGB gaming case 800 2.11 AC Wi-Fi included 16-color RGB lighting case free iBuyPower, gaming keyboard and RGB gaming mouse. No bloatware. Level up your setup with the iBuyPower Y40BA9N57T01, the perfect gaming PC build for someone looking to upgrade their desktop computer system for video games, editing, and streaming. This pre-built iBuyPower gaming PC utilizes professionally vetted components to create a high-performing desktop machine. Take gaming and content creation to a new level on an AMD Ryzen 9 7900X processor paired with an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5070 16GB graphics card. Enjoy fast load times and ample storage space on a 2TB NVMe solid-state drive. Multitask like no other thanks to 32GB DDR5 RGB RAM. Top 3. Lenovo Legion Tower 5 Gen 10 Gaming Desktop, NVIDIA RTX 5070 12GB GDDR7 graphics, AMD Ryzen 7 7700, up to 5.3 GHz, 64 GB DDR5 RAM, 2TB SSD, Wi-Fi 6E. Bluetooth 5.3, Windows 11 Pro, with accessories. Top-tier gaming performance. The Legion Tower 5 Gen 10 desktop features an AMD Ryzen 7700 processor and an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5070 graphics card, 64GB of DDR5-5200 memory, and a high-speed PCIe 2TB SSD. It easily handles AAA titles and esports, running at high FPS without any issues, and balancing live streaming and creative multitasking. Efficient and cool cooling. The Lenovo Legion desktop features the Legion ColdFront cooling system, with 150W air cooling and optimized airflow to ensure stable temperature control during high-intensity operation. 6 ARGB fans provide reliable heat dissipation and customizable lighting effects, while the silent design ensures uninterrupted gaming immersion. Easy upgradability, with a transparent, tool-free side panel, memory expandable up to 128GB, 4 slots, and storage support for dual M.2 Gen 4 SSDs, up to 4TB. You can flexibly upgrade hardware as needed, easily adapt to future games and software updates, and maintain a long-lasting performance advantage. Top 4. Lenovo Legion T5 Gen 8 Gaming Tower Desktop PC, AMD Ryzen 7700, BDI9, NVIDIA RTX 4070 Super 12GB GDDR6X, 64GB, DDR5, 4TB SSD, Wi-Fi 6E, BT 5.3, Windows 11 Pro, KB and mouse set. Elite performance with AMD Ryzen 7000 series. Unleash raw processing power with the AMD Ryzen 7 7700-8 cores, 16 threads, and up to 5.3 GHz turbo speed. Whether you're gaming, streaming, or creating content, the CPU ensures top-tier performance and responsiveness under pressure. NVIDIA RTX 4070 Super, visual powerhouse. Experience jaw-dropping graphics with the GeForce RTX 4070 Super, delivering advanced ray tracing, AI-driven enhancements, and fluid gameplay. Perfect for high-resolution gaming and GPU-intensive creative workflows, up to 64GB DDR5 RAM and 8TB SSD storage. Smash through bottlenecks with ultra-fast DDR5 memory and high-speed SSD support. Ideal for pro-level multitasking, massive game libraries, and lightning-fast boot times, this desktop is ready for the future. Top 5. HP Omen 16 LTG03 RTX 5060 Gaming Desktop, Intel Ultra 7 265F, beats Intel i7-14700F, NVIDIA RTX 5060. 32GB DDR5 RAM, 1TB, SSD, workstation for music production, bundle with Lexar SL6 6512GB SSD. High-speed RAM and enormous space? 32GB DDR5 RAM to smoothly run multiple applications and browser tabs all at once. 1TB. PCIe NVMe M.2 solid-state drive allows to fast boot up and data transfer. Processor? Intel Core Ultra 7 265F, 20 cores, 20 threads, 30MB L3 cache, 1.80 GHz base frequency, up to 5.30 GHz max turbo frequency, with NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5060 graphics, 8GB GDDR7. Tech specs: 4x Super Speed USB Type-A, 2x Super Speed USB Type-C, 4x USB Type-A 2.0, 1x RJ45, 1x HDMI, 3x DisplayPort, 1x power button, 1x power supply, 4x audio port, Wi-Fi 6 and Bluetooth. Top 6. iBuy Power Slate Mesh Gaming PC Desktop Computer Intel Core i7-14700F CPU, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5070 12GB GPU, 32GB, DDR5 RGB 5200 MHz RAM, 1TB NVMe SSD, Windows 11 Home, keyboard and mouse, SMI 7 and 5701. Intel Core i7-14700F, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5070 12GB, 32GB DDR5 RGB 5200 MHz 16x2 1TB NVMe SSD, Wi-Fi ready, Windows 11 Home, connectivity, 6x USB 3.11x RJ45 network Ethernet 10/100/1000 audio, onboard audio, special add-ons, tempered glass RGB gaming case 802.11 AC Wi-Fi included 16-color RGB lighting case free iBuy gaming keyboard and RGB gaming mouse no bloatware, level up your setup with the iBuy SMI7N5701. The perfect gaming PC build for someone looking to upgrade their desktop computer system for video games, editing, and streaming. This pre-built iBuy gaming PC utilizes professionally vetted components to create a high-performing desktop machine. Top 7. Skitek Gaming Nebula Gaming PC Desktop, AMD Ryzen 5 3600 3.6 GHz, NVIDIA GTX 1650, 500 GB NVMe SSD, 16 GB DDR4, RAM 3200, 600W Gold PSU, 11 AC Wi-Fi, Windows 11 Home 64-bit, black. AMD Ryzen 5 3600 3.6 GHz, 4.2 GHz Max Boost, CPU processor 500 GB NVMe SSD, up to 30x faster than traditional HDD, NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1654 GB GDDR6 graphics card, brand may vary, 16 GB DDR4 RAM 3200 gaming memory with heat spreader Windows 11 Home 64-bit, 802.11 AC no bloatware graphic output options include 1x HDMI, and 1x DisplayPort guaranteed, additional ports may vary USB, ports including 2.0, 3.0, and 3.2 Gen 1 ports HD audio and mic-free gaming keyboard and mouse, 4 RGB fans for maximum airflow. Top 8. Zotac MEK-AI Enhanced Gaming PC Desktop Computer, NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3050, AMD Ryzen 5 5500 4.2 GHz, 16 GB DDR4, 500 GB NVMe M2 SSD, 650W 80+ Gold PSU, Wi-Fi 6E, Windows 11 Home. Effortless gaming, MEK from ZOTAC comes with all hardware and Windows 11 Home pre-installed. Crafted in the USA, simply unbox, plug in, power up, and dive into your favorite games with ease. 1-year complete system warranty, 3 years GPU warranty, no registration required. Heart of the MEK, the ZOTAC Gaming GeForce RTX 3050 uses NVIDIA Ampere architecture with AI-enhanced technologies such as DLSS and real-time ray tracing, providing intelligent, smooth gameplay. Powerful processor, the AMD Ryzen 5 5500 AM4 desktop CPU delivers up to 4.2 GHz with 6 cores. Top 9. MSI Codex Z2 Gaming Desktop, AMD R7-8700F, GeForce RTX 5070, 32 GB DDR5, 2 TB M2 NVMe SSD, USB Type-C, VR ready, Windows 11 Home, A8 NVP 436 US. AMD Ryzen R7-8700F, simplistic design, enjoy the latest generation of Windows 11 Home for your everyday needs. MSI recommends Windows 11 Pro for business use. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5070, cool while gaming, in conjunction with an RGB fan air cooler. The Codex R2 features 4 system cooling fans. 3 in the front end, 1 in the rear to pull and cool air and push heat out of the PC. Turn on the bright lights. With the built-in RGB lighting, take your gaming experience to the next level by pressing the MSI LED button to cycle through lighting options. Customize lighting even further with MSI Center software. Top 10. Skitek Gaming Azure 3 Desktop PC, Intel i7-14700F 2.1 GHz, 5.3 GHz Turbo, NVIDIA RTX 5060 T 16 GB, 1 TB Gen 4 NVMe SSD, 32 GB DDR5 RAM 6000 RGB, 850W Gold ATX3 PSU, 360mm ARGB I/O, Wi-Fi, Win 11. Intel Core i7-14700F 2.1 GHz, 5.3 GHz Turbo Boost, CPU processor 1TB Gen 4 NVMe M2 SSD, up to 30x faster than traditional, HDD 360mm AIO liquid CPU cooler with ARGB fans. Say goodbye to outdated and inefficient air coolers. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 5060 Ti 16GB GDDR7 graphics card, brand may vary, 32GB DDR5 RAM 6000 RGB gaming memory with heat spreader Windows 11 Home 64-bit, 802.11 AC no bloatware graphic output options include 1x HDMI, and 1x DisplayPort promised. Additional ports may vary USB, ports including 2.0, 3.0, and 3.2 Gen 1 ports. Thanks for watching, please like and share and subscribe our channel.